Hello Aries, happy 2019. Okay, so 12 cards and each card representing each month. So take notes, pause the video, look at the card and see if there's more meaning that you may relate to. All right, so here we go. I gave this a great shuffle. So January, Ace of Coins, the Moon card. Four of Staves, Six of Pentacles or Six of Coins, Two of Cups, and Seven of Coins. So this is 6 months. Now starting off the other half of the year, July, where you have the Chariot. You have Eight of Staves, Queen of Swords, Queen of Staves, the High Priestess, and closing off the year with 10 of Swords, okay? So this is really good. The message for Aries. All right, so let me do the elements first. Okay, so I see one sword, two, three swords. Okay, so three swords. Pentacles, one, two, let me do this. One, two, three. Okay. And the staves. We have one, two, three. So it seems to be, you have earth and element. One, two, three. You have that earth element. You also have air. So and you have the fire, the staves as well. One, two, three. And then the major arcanas is the moon, one. Chariot, two. And the High Priestess, three. But for the staves, you can say that the Chariot has that as well. Okay, so pretty much a balance of earth, and you have the fire and air. Okay, because some people mostly have one in the reading so far. All right, so starting off the year with feeling like you're on the right path with the Ace of Coins, it's all about feeling and knowing that you're on the right path. Whatever decision you're making for yourself, you feel that you're on the right path, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, and you always want to get yourself ready for the new year months before with a lot of deep thought. Usually in September, people start really thinking about where they're going, and if it's not September, it's October, November, or December. So knowing that the first 3 months really shape your year, and it gives you that chance in January, February, and March to really get things going, but the best is to always start early. So in January, it's all about putting yourself on the right path, feeling balanced, and really projecting where you want to be in the future, but being in the moment always, and feeling like you're on the right path. You've made up your mind, and that's a good way to start the year, making up your mind. February, you have the moon card, which is about how we perceive things, how we see things, how we don't see things, and making sure that we look at things closely. And I mentioned this for February 5th is the new year by the moon calendar, Chinese New Year. It's always the second new moon after the winter solstice, which happened on December 21st. And the 25th, the sun starts moving back up. So we had the sun solstice, and now we're going to be looking forward to the new year tomorrow for January 1st, but also we're looking for the new year for the moon February 5th, okay? And this is a great time in February with that moon card for you to really see things for what they are and move forward, okay? March is the Four of Swords, and this is a great time to reflect on the last 2 months, getting your mind right, getting your words to match what you're thinking, and so you can move forward. January, February, March, April, we have Six of Coins, and the Six of Coins is about receiving money, giving money. Any issues you have with money, make sure that you're working on understanding money, being comfortable with money, receiving money, all the work that you're doing from January leading up to this day for whatever event or thought or plan you have or goal for the year. This is a good month to make sure that you receive payment or that you pay for something that's going to help you for the rest of the year. The next month you have Two of Coins. And Two of Coins in May is about keeping your sanity, your balance as you keep making your plans or as you're going through the plans. And that whatever chaos is happening, you maintain your cool, Aries, okay? And knowing that March is your birthday month, March into April. So these 2 months, you always want to make sure that you don't create anything around that time, because usually most people care about their birthday and their celebration, their happiness, and so on. So for May, it's all about keeping your calm through whatever is going on in other people's life or what is trying to project into yours. So June, you have Seven of Coins, and it's all about all this work that you've done and you're waiting for things to come back to you, prosperity, money. So looking at these 2 months and seeing how they relate to each other. So April and June, how will they relate to each other? What goal did you set here that will affect here? Now, this is a great time for you to really reflect on the first 6 months of the year, okay? And now moving on to July, you have the Chariot card associated with Cancer, as well as the Moon card associated with the zodiac sign Cancer or water sign. Okay, so Chariot is about the journey that you have for the next 6 months. What journey do you have for the next 6 months? What's the goal for the second half of the year? And it's all about what you've learned so far, but especially what you're learning in July. Okay, and how is July for you for your goals, whether it's work, relationship, whatever. So each month has its energy for your life, and how does that work for you? Okay, August, you have the Eight of Staves. What is the Eight of Staves for you? Okay, it's about things happening very quickly. So you want to make sure that your June and your July, you're getting things done, whether you're going on a vacation here or whatever. You prepare ahead of time, especially in June. You want to prepare. Maybe shut down certain people and things, and in June prepare. This is May. May prepare. May and June prepare, because by August things are going to start moving quickly. So you want to find, where do you have time to prepare to getting to this August time? What happens in your life in August? Do kids go back to school? Yada, yada, yada. This happens, that happens, whatever. Something is happening that you need to plan ahead and make sure that you put up sticky notes. I don't know, but you just got to make sure that things aren't getting too chaotic with you. Delegate stuff to people to do, boss up something. Okay, because when you have the Eight of Staves, it's like things start moving very quickly, and it's a great time to delegate some stuff and make sure that you're good. Okay, we got that. July, August, September, you have the Queen of Swords. This is maybe asking for help from a feminine energy. It seems like the next 3 months you'll have that. Maybe, someone that, it doesn't have to be female, but someone that can handle that situation. That could be your help. You can project that onto, from the Eight of Staves, you can project that for the rest of the month. But the Queen of Swords is teaching you in this month about the importance of knowledge and the words you speak. So make sure you know what you're saying before you say it, and be willing to change things up when you need to. And having the strength to change things up when it's not working is very smart, it's very divine, right? The Queen of Staves is about making things happen out of nothing. So this queen is like, represents a queen of barren land, right? Desert land, right? So it's making things possible in October, okay? Finding the strength to make things work. Something may need extra attention or extra energy in October. November, you have the High Priestess, and this is about balancing that male-female energy, finding wisdom, finding understanding. Maybe you're receiving, maybe you've upgraded or, level up in something, receive some kind of honor or enlightenment or something of that nature. So something is good for you, overcoming something, understanding something. Okay, so look at that card and see what it means for you for November. Now, December, you have the Ten of Swords, and this represents betrayal by words, by things not said. Either someone didn't defend you in something, said something, misquote you, misheard something. It's always, people can say things in the wrong context, and because they're retelling what you said, or whatever, you know, and people just don't know. Some people don't get context, okay, the way something is said, and whatever. So the Ten of Swords represents betrayal. So however you're going to deal with that is in Aries, you're very strong will. So throughout the year, you want to make sure whenever this card pops up is that you're clear with any agreements that you have with people, okay, and you remember what you said, and even if you have to write it down so that there's no issue. So if you operate under, well, they should know this, you know, it's going to cause problems later. So you want to make sure that things are written down for the year, because December can be an emotional year, especially the holidays. So leading up to, you want to look at how you start. So you're on your path. So however you start, you want to look at how you start and how you end the year. So starting off the year, if you're on a really good start, you want to make sure that you set up guidelines. So by the end of the year or the end of the project or whatever, there's no misunderstanding. Okay. So we're in a 12 year, breaking it down to a 3 year. And the main message is, you know, knowing what 3 represents. If 3 is your life path, then this is a great year for you to look at what that life path number means for you. And then how does it fit in with your goal? You know, and words are powerful this year. So writing, do you have something you want to write? You want to get out? The people are using words very strongly this year that will be a positive change, okay? It will be a reflecting year, okay? 3 wishes, past, present, and future. There's a lot of 3s, but the main one that pops out for me is 3 layers. So if you look at a painting, you see one story the first time, the second time you see a different story, the third time you see a different story. If someone is speaking to you, maybe it's not what they're saying, but hear what they're not saying. You know, there's layers to things. So it's kind of like this moon card where you can think you see something, then you take a deeper look at something else. You move in between the 2 pillars towards the moon and towards whatever your goal is, and you get to see a little bit more clearly, okay? 3 represents being optimistic. It represents the arts, writing, all of that. I'm making a separate video on that. Inspiration. How can you inspire yourself this year? How can you be creative for yourself this year? Okay? Your social your social interactions. How are they going to benefit you and benefit everyone around you? It's mainly a year of not just me, or a big message that's more rough or hard to swallow. Like this year, 2018 is the 11 breaking down to a 2. So trying to find balance in the message of this year, 2018, right? So you're like, how can I move from this? You know, a lot of people receive messages in the 11 year, the 2 year, finding balance, right? And a lot of people were more awakened, more visual, aware of what's going on. And if they're not, that's okay. The message got out anyway. But now moving into a 12 and 3 year, it's really bringing things full circle. And it's a completion of that 12. That 12 is a completion. The 12 is the organization of our entire being. You know, I'll get more into it later, but yeah, finding that 3 balance for you, that 3, not 3 balance, but 3 expression for you this year, and inspiration. All right, look forward to the next video. Happy 2019, Aries. See you guys next time.